He's squatting. You can make awesome poses like this, and it's really simple. He's so much smaller. Look at how tiny he is. But he's the most properly proportioned. I'll put him in regular. And it's so easy. Because it's so small, it's easy to manage, you know. He's got so many joints, so many points of articulation, and there's some that were hidden I didn't even know that were there. Because again, the instructions are in Japanese. I don't know how to read it. It's just pretty much to scale, too. Alright, let's look at how many joints he has. Shoulders. They can move up and down like this one. They can move out. And they're on a ball joint. His shoulders can move up and down on a ball joint, and the ball joint is on a hinge joint, which can move forward. Okay. Move forward. So if I wanted to, you know, like that, I can make him do that. I can make him bow. Forward. Okay. Make him bow and shit. He has pretty much the same articulation as this one. He just has a better shoulder joints because that one can't move his arms like this forward. The mastodon can't do that. Doesn't have a secret joint in there. His arms can't move up and down. And they also have, just like this one, they have a twisting joint here. And they have an elbow joint. This one does not twist, but this one has a double elbow joint, just like the T-Rex in this, the new T-Rex one. This one has like, let's see, this one has like 4 joints in its arm. It's got the regular elbow, like that. Then it has a secondary one, like there, where this becomes the elbow. And if that wasn't enough, look at that. Look at that. He's checking his watch or some shit. Let's see, well, maybe I could do the. But I could. Well, do the Back to the Future pose. Get the one leg up on the DeLorean. Yeah, pretty much. Also, he has an extra wrist joint, like his hands, which are interchangeable. He has 3 sets of hands. These both are the fist hands. He also has hands where they're open, like this, and ones where they're circle, so he can put his sword and shield in his hands. They're a bitch to get on, so I'm not gonna do that. Try and see if I can see his hands twist 360 degrees because they're on a ball joint. You can also move up and down a little bit, and then they come off. The wrist has a little hidden hinge inside. I know that looks silly up close. It does look a little silly, but when you angle it in the right direction, or just do it halfway, it looks good. No, that way it doesn't, but trust me, it does look good sometimes. His body cannot twist around 360, but it does have a little wiggle room up and down as well. And also, if you pull it, clicks, it gives him a little bit more. And side to side as well, which is also good. Now the head, of course, this head is, I think, also on a ball joint. It moves 360 degrees. It can move up, down, side to side. Shit. You know. Look at that smug little bastard. Look at that. I've done so many weird poses with him. The legs have, let's see, they can move out, split, not as much as this Tyrannosaurus can, but they can split about that far apart. These are flaps, so they can move up and he can move forward. So he can sit. They have a little bit of twist at the hips, just like this one do. They can twist fully. Back down this way. There we go. They are full-on two-dimensional twist. They can twist all the way around, but you don't need to do that. Also, the attention to detail is great because you can see the footprints of the T-Rex here, the wheels, and again, these aren't wheels either. None of them have wheels. I think the 1993 ones had wheels, but I'm not sure. The knees, they have a double joint as well. On this side, knees can bend at the joint there. They're just exposed metal, and then they also have the part where the sleeve, which I guess is the kneecap, also comes out. So he has a lot of good. Look, I can even, if I wanted to. Well, the saber tooth is a little. Saber tooth is kind of weak in the knee joint. But yeah, look. Hello, my baby. 23 skidoo. There's also one time I did it where he's like slipping on a banana peel. It's just a balancing act, really. Oh, did I get it? Oh shit! First try. It's very well balanced if you can get it right. But yeah, the knee is kind of on a socket joint and a secondary joint there. It's one joint, and there's the other one if you hold it by the kneecap. The saber tooth, unfortunately, is a little loose. I overdid it one time. And also the feet. Each foot is actually similar to this new one. They can pop up a little, and it gives you some wiggle room. There's a full-on ankle, and can it? No, it can't go 360. The wheels are in the way, but it looked like it almost could. But that's used for if you need to balance it. The feet of the saber tooth bend down so that it can balance like this. Also, when it does that, the head of both of them, because they both do this, can actually lift up and become freaking toes. Like, look how far this goes. It's all the way like that. Comes a toe. If you want it to be like super anime or something, you can do this, basically the superhero landing. You know, like that, you know what I mean. Triceratops, it doesn't have that feature of the legs, but it can also pop out. And this one actually can move 360 degrees because there's nothing blocking it. But you wouldn't need it to do that. And of course, also the head also flips up like this. It's even better because the bottom is flat. So it can be like this. Something like that. And then the last thing, which I think is super cool, I don't know if this happened in the TV show. I don't think it did. It might have done it in the Japanese show, but I really wish I could see it do it. Is that the thingies on his back, the cannons, are actually cannons. Oh! Shoulder cannon! It has shoulder cannon. They're on like separate ball joints. Look at them. They're actually the same size as the Legacy Megazord cannon. A little smaller. Which is weird because look at how small this is, and this is what's on this. But yeah, they can move like this, and you can look up. And I don't know, this is my favorite. This is my favorite one. Now, it came with a sword So to compare it to this one, well, let's see how high does it go. It goes up to about his shoulder, and whereas this one goes up to about his elbow. And on this guy, it comes up to about his shoulder as well. So this one's more accurate. Also, they're both the same because they have the gold and silver. And the right, oh, the paint's coming off. Paint came off because they're really hard to get into the hands. I guess there. Oh yeah, I can see the paint in there. But it also came with this little covering for the sword, which is really cool. It's got lightning on it. This cool translucent lightning. It's awesome. And then it also came with this little lightning bolt thing. The ball, which I don't remember in the show, but I know I've seen pictures of it do this. And it just sort of goes in the... Like this is a straight up action figure. Yeah. You make it look down like, kneel before the Megazord. Kneel before the Megazord. But yeah, this is like my favorite one. And that was this was like the whole reason I bought this one. Because I loved this one, even though it couldn't do shit. Because it was my childhood, that I got a piece of my childhood in my hands right here. So I'm fond of this. I think it sucks that these shoes can't do anything, but it's nice. I love this one because it reminds me of my childhood, but it does so much cool shit. Like I can put it on my desk in any cool pose I want. This is a combination of the two. Not nearly as posable as this, but it gives me the childhoodness here and the nerdiness that I have grown. Last thing, the mammoth shield. Interesting about this one, the mammoth shield is all black, including the trunk, and it's down. The hand is already on it because it's a bitch to take off, and I figure, well, since that's what it's for, I just leave it on there. It goes here. Here's the other hand. Just his palm. You know, you do it for if you want to do poses like it's doing some, you know, some kung fu shit. Or here's some of the poses it can do on the box. You know, it's got the cool muscle tank arms. You know, put its sword on the ground. All kinds of things. It's just so beautifully detailed. It's awesome. Look at it. It's Megazord. It's tiny, but it's great. Alright, so that's my review of my newest addition to my collection of junk that I probably don't need, shouldn't have bought, and sometimes regret buying. But alright, so that's the end of my review here. Do I regret buying it? Just a little bit. But it's just so awesome. As you can see, okay, here you got my Legacy Megazord, which is the re-release of the 1993 Deluxe Megazord. It's a piece of my childhood I wanted. Piece of my childhood that I finally got after 20 years. I don't regret buying this at all. This was a personal achievement. This thing I bought just because it was cool. And I still think this is still my favorite one. And this plus this equals this. It's a combination. It's everything pound into one. It's got all 5 Megazords. It still has the Triceratops, which the horns come out, and everything still works like this. It's just better. It's great. I like it, except for the fact that the tooth fell off, but I still have it. I just gotta glue it back on. And that's the end of my review. This is my newest toy. See you next time, which hopefully is a while, because I do not want to buy any more of these toys. I really, really don't.